Next, we're in Louisville, Kentucky, for the trial of 17-year-old Joshua Young. The teen's been charged with complicity to murder and tampering with evidence in the brutal killing of his 14-year-old stepbrother, Trey Zwicker. More than 2 years earlier, Zwicker was found bludgeoned to death in a creek near where the teens lived. Now Young is standing trial and has been implicated through testimony from a cousin who claims Young admitted to the killing. But just a few months earlier, it was Young's father, Joshua Gowker, who pleaded guilty to actually carrying out the murder. After being sentenced to life in prison, Gowker appears in shackles at his son's trial to remind everyone what he told them already, that he and he alone was responsible for killing his stepson, Trey Zwicker. His son Joshua had nothing to do with it.
Since arraignment court, I've told you I've done it. I admitted everything I've done. I've been sentenced for it, life in prison. Yet here I am, going over this same story.
Gowker also explained his motivation for the horrific crime: to get even with his wife, the victim's mother, after she aborted their unborn child. In his confession, he said that he alone used a metal pipe to beat his stepson to death and left his body in a creek.
You're the mastermind, right?
I mean, you can call it what you want. It's not easy to be a mastermind when you're dealing with dumb people.
But prosecutors believe he was trying to protect Joshua. They're not buying the father's story and press Gowker for details.
You told the judge that after you all smoked the blunt that Amanda fell asleep?
Yeah, she fell asleep.
And that you went out on the couch to play Mortal Kombat?
I don't know. I know what you're doing. You're trying to make microscopic little holes in the that I didn't even give a about 2 years ago. So how can I tell you the exact thing now when I really didn't give a then?
If you're telling the truth, it shouldn't be so hard.
Finally, when asked why he killed his stepson, Gowker delivers a chilling answer.
And it just felt right. I mean, I know it sounds monstrous and all that, but it's not. If we was in the Old Testament, it'd be the same thing.
After more than a week-long trial, Gowker's son, Joshua Young, was found not guilty of complicity to murder and tampering with evidence. But the story doesn't end there. 6 years later, despite his father's confession, Joshua Young claimed he was the true killer in a detailed confession letter obtained by the news media. Young wrote that he was, quote, ready to get the raw and uncut truth out there, yet never provided a clear motive for the murder. Despite the confession letter, under the legal principle of double jeopardy, Young cannot be tried again in a criminal case for the murder of Trey Zwicker after having already been acquitted. Thanks for being a fan of CourtCam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.